When I have a lot of stuff going on and I have deadlines and I'm under a crunch, I stay really focused. As soon as I have some freedom, as soon as I'm like planning things out in advance and I actually have a little bit more space to do good work, that's when I start to procrastinate. Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday morning. It is April 20th. It is 4:20. 4:20, sorry. It's the day 20 of Plan As You Go, where I show how I use my bullet journal, my Erin Condren, and my power sheets in tandem for an entire month. Today is the start of my social media free weekend, so I am not going to be around very much on any of the things. I think I'm going to allow myself to still listen to music using my phone, but I'm not going to go on YouTube. I'm not going to go on Facebook or on Instagram. We'll just hang tight. Although if something gets reported in my Facebook group, I guess I'll bounce in there. I have bingo to work tonight, and I think we're going to go to the farmer's market as soon as I'm done with this. So let's get going. All right, so I got my inbox 0 taken care of yesterday. Did my habits. That was all from all of the rest of this, though. I was going to try family planning time yesterday. We didn't wind up doing that. Jesse got home late from work, but I will see if we can get that in today at some point before Katie and I go to bingo. And as for the rest of this, the social media free weekend is today and potentially scheduling summer days off. I've already got in bingo tonight for Katie and I, washing sheets and big chores. The other thing I'd like to do today is go to the farmer's market and get family plan time in. So those are the two things I'm going to write in here. I have 2 questions today from you guys from the last video, which is good because I don't have... I have time this morning. I'm not going anywhere, but I'd like to. I'm going to the farmer's market, but I'd like to get a shower and I slept in. Maybe let's put it that way. I slept in this morning. It is like 9:30 right now as I'm filming this, which is a much later start than usual. But I'd like to get going and enjoy the beautiful day before we go work bingo. One of the 2 questions I got is from Haley Green, who asked, how do you stay focused? And also, random one, how do you pick the style of your daily lettering? Well, if the last few seconds of my talking here in this video proved, I'm not good at staying focused. I actually am not. It depends. The best way for me to stay focused is to get into a zone. So yesterday, for example, or a few days ago, I took my laptop and I went to Starbucks and I sat there and I told myself I wasn't leaving until I worked my way through my inbox. And I did it and I focused on it. But in general, when I'm at home or I'm just bopping around, it's hard for me. I have found over the years, both working for myself and working in the sign room, working at Trader Joe's, when I have a lot of stuff going on and I have deadlines and I'm under a crunch, I stay really focused. As soon as I have some freedom, as soon as I'm planning things out in advance and I actually have a little bit more space to do good work, that's when I start to procrastinate. It sucks because that means I need to always be stressed out to know I'm being the most focused, and I have no idea how to fix that. So I'm not really good at offering suggestions on this because my ways of staying focused aren't very healthy for me. And because I like to finish wrapping my Erin Condren up on Saturday, because Sunday mornings I'm usually super busy at church, and in Sunday afternoons is when I like to sit down and plan. I'm going to put in schedule family summer days off here because that's something I think we can do tomorrow evening. And then prep for next week, which will be them going back to school after spring break. So it's always kind of a little bit more labor intensive. The other question Haley had about the picking my style of daily lettering depends on what the word is. I know enough styles, and there are times when I am working on one font and practicing that, so I'll do that all month. There are other times where I'm just picking whatever seems to fit. If it's a long word, I'm not going to pick bubble letters if I have limited amount of space because it's not going to fit. So I try and pick what's going to fit the word and what seems interesting at the time. There's no real system to it. It's just kind of whatever I feel like. Which is kind of the answer to my focus question too. And sorry that I don't have a good answer for you this morning. I already told Jess and RJ they're fending for themselves tonight because Katie and I will be eating at bingo. So, cool. Set this to the side and get my bullet journal out to get all that taken care of for the day. Take another painkiller last night. I seriously feel like there's a cyst right underneath my rib cage that is getting ready to blow, and that's a little scary. So I'm trying to just be really gentle with myself so that that doesn't happen, because the last thing I want is for that to happen right before May when I'm traveling. I can check some things off of here that I got done yesterday. And today's doodle is Grandma Squarepants. There is my doodle for the day. I'm loving how this is turning out. I've only got a couple I don't like so far. Mostly, not that I don't like how Sandy came out, she just kind of looks like she's on a bender. Today's lettering is Dumbo Octopus. Lexi the Music Geek asked, I've been bullet journaling for almost 2 years, and over the last couple months I've noticed I tend to ignore my bujo halfway through the month. How do you stop yourself from dropping the journal? I think the real question isn't how do you stop yourself from dropping the journal, it's is it really working for you anymore? Or do you need to switch it up? I found when I get bored and over the way I'm using things, I will lose interest in using it, but then the shit that I need to keep track of starts to fall apart. So I obviously do need to keep using it. I just need to find a better way to use it. That's why I went through my whole existential crisis back in the winter when I was trying to figure out what the hell I was supposed to do with my bullet journal and my planners and everything, because I knew I needed to fix something. I just didn't know what it was. So maybe you need to re-examine how you're using your bullet journals to figure out whether or not you need to change it up so that you have more interest in using it. But if you find you're not using it but you don't really need to be using it, then maybe you just need to reevaluate the system altogether. Here's yesterday. I did almost everything on here. There was one thing I did not get done, but everything else I got done. So I'm going to make my list for today, and it's going to be a little shorter, I think, because we're going to be spending a good half of the day working bingo. So here is my bullet journal for the day. It's a pretty short list. I think it's fairly manageable. We'll see what happens as per usual. I want to go back to Haley's question to throw it to you guys. How do you stay focused? Because obviously I struggle with it. So do you have any tips for staying focused when you're busy, when you're not busy, any of those things? Let us know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next Plan As You Go video.